Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Golden Goddess Tarot. It is Wednesday night, and I am excited because it is also a super full moon tonight. So great for releasing anything that does not serve your highest good. And I am super excited about the fact that tonight is um, the Healing Well Wednesday. So this will be all about healing. I've already cleared this space. Um, there will be a little bit of card pulling, but tonight I really just want to focus on, healing. Just healing and releasing well and understanding what all of that means, right? Because there's a lot of conversation about it. I'm on TikTok as well, so I see a lot of that. Um, and I just want to share with the family, the golden tribe that I have here, all of the tools and all of the things that I have learned on my spiritual journey in hopes of helping and supporting anybody that needs support, is willing to ask for help, all of that good stuff. So if you see me look down to my right, I do have the laptop on this side. So in order to see any of the comments that come in, I will have to look down to this area. Um, so yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm feeling much better. So I'm excited to be live with you all tonight. All right. And yeah, so again, welcome to Healing Well Wednesdays. So the first thing that I really want to talk about tonight is understanding what is healing. I don't know what just happened. Okay. Well, I think y'all see me now. I hope y'all do anyway. So, with that being said, what is healing? Healing can be defined in several ways, but healing really is doing the shadow work. Healing is, oh, I see a comment. Hi, Truth Seeker. Thank you for joining tonight. I'm excited to see you. Yeah, excited to see you. Thank you, thank you. And if the message resonates with you, please hit the like button, all that good stuff. Y'all chat it up because I'll be checking the comments. Y'all know I love interacting with y'all. So yeah, so what is healing? I had to look down and see where I was at. Healing is doing the shadow work, finding what I like to call the sore spots. And imagine this. I can explain healing this way because I think that everybody can resonate with it, right? I just saw 333. So if you saw 333 on the clock today, this is especially for you. But on my healing journey, I found almost an exact match between the process that we go through when healing a physical wound in the 3D, right? And how it almost directly correlates with how you heal a wound in the 5D or within your spiritual self. So emotional pain, trauma, those types of things, and hurtful experiences, whatever it may be. So what I learned is that when you're healing, let's say I've used this analogy before, but let's say you break a leg, okay? That leg, when you initially have the pain, feels horrific. And then there's a moment of where it almost goes numb. And then after you've broken the leg and you're into the phases of healing, the early phases are really tough, but the healing will also be painful, right? But you know it's getting better, but it hurts. But as long as you can feel your leg, you know you're getting better. So understand that even emotionally, when you are healing will hurt. Okay. A lot of times I see a lot of people on several social media platforms that I'm on, and they talk about healing in this very romanticized way. And so I am here to help guide you in a healthy way where you can heal well, because you got to know to expect the pain during the healing process. So even if you broke that same leg that I was talking about, right? Even if you go through rehabilitation for that leg, the rehabilitation process is still painful. But the therapist will let you know, the physical therapist will tell you, if you feel pain, as long as it's not overbearing or, excruciating, then it's letting you know that you are healing well, because you still have feeling in the leg, you're still working the muscles. Muscles hurting actually indicate that they are like, even if muscles hurt, it's indicating that you are actually building that muscle. So you don't build muscle by beefing up in a way of like just adding more muscle. You actually build muscle by tearing muscle and then recalibrating it, and then it tears, and then you recalibrate it, right? So it's going to be a bit painful. But my mama used to listen to a song, no pain, no gain. I'm just saying, no pain, no gain, no pain. I feel like my grandma or somebody's in the room. But anyway, without that pain, there's no gain. And even gaining something in a good way comes with a certain amount of pain, because normally you have to release something. So healing is the act of finding the sore spot. So let's say that leg is healed up. A lot of people will say when it rains or when it's cold outside, they still feel a little twinge of pain wherever they broke that leg. You can correlate that to energetic healing, the spiritual healing aspect as well. The reason why I say that is because you will find that you thought you healed from something, and then an experience will occur from, just divine time, and let you know, hey, you haven't quite healed from it. Maybe someone says something and it slightly triggers you, and it's like, oh, I felt that. Maybe you didn't cry because for the majority of it, you healed from it. But if you can poke that sore spot and you still feel a twinge of pain, there's still some healing that needs to occur in that area emotionally. All right. Now, in relation to what healing is, understand that emotions are a human construct. When I say that, it is not to dismiss your emotions. It is to let you know that you need to feel them in order to heal. So you can't heal from something by ignoring it or by focusing on something else. It will always come back up. It will bubble to the top. All right. It's like you are focused on just the tip of the iceberg, but there's a whole chunk of ice underneath the water that you just cannot see because it's that large. And those are your root causes. All right. So when you find the root causes and you get below that surface, you are really then doing the shadow work and finding the areas where you need to heal. And healing is continuous. All right. When I say that healing is continuous, I mean, there will be always something that you will need to heal from. And so you got to get comfortable with the uncomfortable, if you know what I mean. So that is the first message of the night. And for those of you that are here, thank you so much. Truth Seeker, I did see your comment. And I hope that you are still listening. If you are, just, interact if you feel the need to. I love the comments, y'all. I do love the comments. But I also understand it's a weeknight. So if you're catching this later, this is during a full moon. We're talking about healing and releasing things, and how to do that well, and how to identify what needs to be healed. So run it back if you need to, because I have kind of gone through what is healing. All right. So when we talk about healing, we also need to talk about what they expect. Okay. A lot of people, again, will romanticize healing like, oh, it's this beautiful experience and I just see flowers and daisies and rainbows. That is not what this is. And so a lot of people feel frustrated when they realize that healing is also a painful process. So expect there to be a little bit of pain. Expect there to be areas that make you super uncomfortable. But all of that is meant to make you grow. All right. Also, understand that in the process of healing, there will be moments where when you're doing shadow work, you may not like yourself, and that's okay. That only brings you to a point of where you need to evolve, and where you really need to get in a space of, I think I see a comment. Did I? Yeah, I did. Oh, True Seeker, thank you. I told y'all I'm going to try my best to watch the comments too. But you just got to know where to heal. Now, as far as what to expect to shed some tears. If you go through healing and you never cry, I would say there's a blockage. And then understand that within the healing process, you will identify those blockages, and it's up to you to remove them. So you can't just identify it and say, oh, I know, for example, let's use something we all know. If you've been in school at some point, I think you should have probably covered this in like DARE program or something. I'm telling my age. Anyway, you get to a point where, let's just say you're an alcoholic. All right. And this is a judgment-free zone. All right. This is about healing and identifying what you need to do for you to be a healthier, happier you. But let's say you are an alcoholic. You can't just say, I'm an alcoholic. You then have to change the behavior so that you can say, I am a sober, clear mind, as an affirmation of yourself instead. So you do that by moving forward and by making the necessary actions. All right. It's not enough to just acknowledge it. You have to also take accountability and then make the change. So that's what you expect during healing. You acknowledge that there's a place where you need to heal. Normally through some likely traumatic experience or just a trigger. And then you say, you know what, I acknowledge that I'm still hurting this way. And then you say, excuse me, ooh, somebody don't want me to say that. Whatever. I saw 1212. And then you say, you know, now that I know what triggered me, I need to figure out why. And then the why is normally what starts to hurt. And I'll explain why. I will explain why. So that leads us right into the next topic about the truth in healing. So the reason why within that is, oh, hey, Rika, hello. The reason why is because what I learned from a spiritual therapist that I've had the pleasure of getting to know, as well as speaking to about my own, areas of healing over time, and just really going and interacting in some of her classes as well. The truth, you will find on this journey that the truth is oftentimes more detrimental than the lie. And that is something that people do not talk about often enough on the spiritual journey, is that you will find out that the truth hurts, but it's the truth that will eventually liberate you, right? When you hear the truth, it identifies where you need to heal. So whenever you're receiving someone else's truth or you're discovering your own, listen to that and live in that truth. Feel those feelings, get it all out, and then make a plan to move forward, whether that's talking to a spiritual therapist, whether that's talking to a life coach, whether that's talking to, a medical therapist, whatever. I don't care what option you choose. You can either pull tarot cards for yourself, go to a tarot reader like myself, whatever it is you do it so that you can heal well. That's what I will say about the truth and healing. I want to pause right there. So just understand the truth is your friend, but your friend is not there to make you feel good at every turn. Your friend is there to be supportive and be honest with you and shed light. Shed light. All right. And when I say our friend, I'm talking about truth. Truth is our friend. Truth is our friend. Oh. I'm going to show y'all these in a minute because I know you can't see them. Okay. Just checking the comments, y'all, making sure. All right. So yeah. Yeah. Secrets revealed, right as I was talking about truth. Card number 36. So you just gotta know that the truth is your friend. The truth is your friend. The truth is not here to hurt you. Oh. Divine lineage. That actually leads us into the next topic. Y'all see how spirit do that? Okay, so here's the synchronicities. We have card number 3, grounding. That came out first. That's card number 3, grounding. We have 14, which is worthiness. Oops, excuse me. Worthiness. We have 36 that I mentioned, secrets revealed. And then we have card number 6, divine lineage. So I see a comment. Truth Seeker say, yes, message. Yeah, let's talk about healing. Let's talk about healing and pull a couple of cards while we at it. But grounding. In order to heal, you do need to ground yourself in order to heal well. Grounding looks like a variety of things. Some people ground themselves through dance, through song. Grounding is essentially whatever connects you to the present moment and to the things around you, such as nature. Okay, so you can ground yourself by going outside and taking a walk in the sun. You can walk and ground. You can just, open a window and feel a breeze and just take in that moment and feel the cool breeze through the window and smell the fresh air and ground yourself that way. You can ground with your crystals. You can ground by hugging a tree. You can ground by walking barefoot in, sand or in water out in nature, such as a beach or a lake. You can ground yourself by just walking barefoot in the grass as well. So you can also ground through song. And I think I already said that, and dance. So there are a multitude of options when it comes to grounding. Choose whatever makes you feel good. People ground in different ways. You can also ground through meditation as well. You can also ground through mudras or gestures or breathing techniques. There are all kinds of ways to ground. And research that or ask questions. I don't mind. So when it comes to, something just slowed me down. Okay, so at the moment, part of my way of grounding, and I did it in real time, I didn't even realize it, is this motion of rubbing the palms of my hands together in a clockwise motion brings me grounding. So again, all kinds of ways to ground. You can ground through wearing your all natural crystal jewelry as well. So worthiness. It's really about time for you and for many of you watching to release anything that makes you feel unworthy. Because the affirmation for this card is, I am worthy. You are worth explaining your feelings. You are worth expressing them. You are worth being heard. You are worth being loved. You are worth everything that you desire. And you have to believe that. It's not for your mama to believe, your daddy, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whomever. It's actually very much internal. It's for you. There are lots of 3s and 6s here. I think earlier I did say 333, but you might also be seeing 6s, 66, 666. I don't, and 6s are balanced. Research your numbers. Don't believe everything that you hear about the number 666. Understand what it really is. Secrets revealed. This is about, especially in this full moon energy that we have tonight. So if you do, rituals as far as like spiritual baths, which is just sitting in a tub of salt water, maybe rose petals, different natural herbs, and or salts, different types of salts, and just soaking and releasing intentionally and mindfully. So with the secrets revealed, there are things that you need to reveal to yourself. There are things that you need to uncover and take off the blinders. And really during this time, release anything that is not of your highest good. And maybe the secret that needs to be revealed is maybe there's something in your life that you've been trying to convince yourself that is good for you and it's not. And trust me, I've been through that many times, many cycles, many times. Rika said, breathing techniques for me. I know that's right. I love a good breathing technique. Breathing just allows you to be very much in the moment. So Rika, spot on for that. Yes. Divine lineage is the 6th card. And like I said, this directly resonated with the next message. So let me put that up on the screen. Which is healing and divine timing. You have to understand that you are directly connected to the divine. When it comes to healing, it is so important to just know that you are directly connected to the divine at all times, especially when you are intentional in it. So trust your intuition and believe that everything is going to come to you in divine time. And when it comes to healing, you cannot look at the situation and say, oh, that's happening to me. That's more of a victim mentality. And you want to steer clear of that in order to heal well. You want to be in a space where you really feel like and understand and are embodying the fact that it's not happening to me, it is happening for me. Because no matter how bad it feels, because I told you healing doesn't always feel good, and the truth can be more detrimental than the lie. So you really need to be aware that releasing things may feel like it's happening to you, but it's happening for you. You have to clear out the old to start with the new. And so that's why healing is so important, because as you bring in that new, you don't want to drag in the old with you. It's given, I heard Erykah Badu, Bag Lady. Yeah, that song. Don't mind my singing, but that song. I heard that. And she wasn't just talking about bags. And you know what? The spiritual therapist that I have learned from, she's been a great mentor. She said that in a message. So it's very interesting that it's coming through to me like that. But the bags are not the bags like on the ground. I see a comment. Yes, I'm learning that now. Everything I'm going through is helping me in a way. Exactly, Rika, exactly. Exactly. Everything that you're going through is teaching you something new. Everything that you're going through is putting you in a space to have a glow up. Yes, I felt that. A glow up is putting you in a space to outshine yourself. Not anybody else, but yourself. The best feeling I've ever had is when I outdid myself because I exceeded my own expectation. And let's be honest, we are normally harder on ourselves than we are on other people. So that's why it's so important to just not ignore it, but go through it and understand that healing takes time. Do not rush your healing. I heard a song for a second and I didn't grasp it. Oh, there it is. Okay. My nose is itching. Okay, so I must be channeling, but am I scout? Okay. All right, we're getting somewhere. I heard la da 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 da. Take a look at my life. Oh, what's her name? What's her name? Mary J. Blige, My Life. That's what I heard. She says it in that song. Baby, don't you rush a thing. Something about we all know that we all are struggling. But I think her message in that song really is, my life isn't easy. Nobody's life is easy. And you really have to be in a space that when you are releasing things, that you are taking it as slow or as fast as you need to. Don't let people rush you to apologize. Don't let people rush you to forgive. That is all in divine timing. And divine timing really is not some, people depict it as this great clock in the sky that just tells what time. Time is a human construct as well, and very much not a realistic thing. We determine time by the position of the sun. Just think about that. Time doesn't really exist. Like, you can go in other parts of the world where people are 7 years younger than us here in the US. So time is relative. It is something, it's up to the person, the individual. That's why you are only as old as you feel. But divine timing really is when you are ready, when your spirit is in alignment with your higher self, with the universe, whomever, your benevolent ancestors, whomever. I don't care what you do as long as you're on a spiritual journey. But whomever you connect with, whatever spirit guides, ascended master, whatever that you align to, as long as you are in a space where you are ready, yes. Rika said, my song. I know that's right. Hey, Rashima, how are you tonight? Glad to have you, hun. So it is really about understanding that divine timing is simply when you are ready. Don't let nobody rush you. Don't do that. If you're not ready to apologize, don't. It will be disingenuous. And what we talk about with healing and truth, they are hand in hand. In order to heal, you have to be true to yourself. If you're not ready to apologize, don't. If you don't feel like you need to apologize, don't. If you can find it in your heart to apologize, then do. It's that simple. That simple. Do not complicate it. And that also lends to you relying on your intuition. You will feel it, you will think it, you will hear it, you will know it, you will smell it, you will taste it when it is time for you to close one door and open the next. So healing really is all about divine timing. And so do it in your time. When you do it in your time, it is the right time. And that's really, again, that's what divine timing is. All right. Next up, I have the topic of healing and releasing well. Healing and releasing well is you. Now look, I done released ugly, not well. Okay, I do not suggest it for anybody else, because when you do it that way, you make it hard on yourself. That's normally when you feel depression. Yeah, that's normally when you hit what some people call a brick wall. And the reason why I said blick, there was this song when I was growing up that my mama and my grandma used to listen to. And I just remember the talking part. Y'all catch me up in the comments. Y'all let me know if y'all know what I'm talking about. But it's a song, and in the beginning of this song, she be like, she did something, she's telling a story, and she's like, and bam, my head hit the wall. And then she says, but I had a praying grandmother. I don't know what that song is, but if you know that song, throw it in the comments. But the next line is, but I had a praying grandmother. And, in this song, the woman is clearly Christian. She says, who called on the name of Jesus. I don't care who your ascended master is, okay? That's not the conversation. As long as you on a spiritual journey and you true to yourself, that's all that matters here. This is a safe space. So I will not bash anybody's belief system. Now, I also do not condone you bashing other people's. So you don't come in here messing with my people. For new people, then we're gonna be good. But my people, I believe y'all already know. But that song came to mind because this woman was in a state of healing in that song, and she talked about it. She talked about healing and the hard times and the ugly stuff. And when you get to that point, what some people would call rock bottom, that is the point where you were not healing well. You ignore it. Red flags, yellow flags, the stoplight. You just thought everything was a go. And somewhere in there, the reality is you likely were not being honest with yourself. And that's why you were on that road. And so you have to take accountability for that. And in that song, I believe she does that. She takes accountability for that. Going to the comments because I thought I seen one. Helen Baylor. Thank you, Rika. I believe that's who that is. Beautiful songstress, by the way, an artist. But that song came to my mind. And it really is about just going through the thick of it. Y'all excuse my French, but shit get real out here for a lot of people. And I myself have been through some real shit. You know, it got real. And that's where you start to go on a healing journey. Like nobody gets on this healing journey through excessive love and light. If that's how you came into this and you haven't done shadow work, which is that I probably don't like myself, I'm not enjoying my life, I'm not living, I'm just alive type of feeling, if you know what I mean. You know, so you just have to know, Rika, most definitely, yeah, exactly. You have to know that it gets rough in the thick of it. And you got to stand 10 toes down. And you got to be forward tough sometimes. And you have to find balance through all of that between your masculine and feminine energy in order to heal well. And so that's why staying grounded is important and all of that stuff. Again, tonight is a full moon. If you do spiritual baths, tonight is a good night under this super full moon to get it done. I'm on the East Coast, so we are in the middle of a storm here. So I don't believe I can actually see the moon tonight, but get outside, take a night stroll just for a few minutes and get under the moon and feel that energy, because it's definitely some good energy out there. And release anything that you like, talk out loud and release that shit. Don't hold it in, release it. Release it. Rika, definitely going through my shadow period. You know what, Rika? We all do. You are not alone. Okay? I heard Michael Jackson, you are not alone. You are not alone. I just want you to know that, friend. You are not alone. I myself am going through a little bit of a shadow period right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing some shadow work because I found a couple of sore spots that I needed to heal. I thought I had moved past it. And the reality is I didn't. And I'm gonna tell y'all what it is. I'm gonna tell y'all what it is. It is for me, it is dreaming bigger. I've always been a larger than life personality. I've always believed that I could do anything, anywhere, anyhow, any way that I wanted to. But I've recently discovered that because I've gone through a lot of rough patches in life, I am struggling with the idea that I can have more, even more than what I dream of. And by saying that, I mean completely romanticize your goals. Those are the things you should romanticize. Your goals. If you want to start 3 businesses, do them all. Do them all. Do them all. Now you might have to prioritize. You might not be able to do them all at one time, but you can definitely. I was checking the comments. Oh, I did see something. Yes, same for me. Right, Rika, same for you as well. Like, romanticize the fact that you are a master manifester. romanticize the fact that you have the golden touch. When I say romanticize that, y'all, I mean like go and play with your inner child. You and your inner child have a play date, and you just imagine the craziest shit that you could possibly think of. If you want to live in a castle, baby, dream of the castle. I'm talking about down to the drapes, the hardware on the floor, the utensils in the kitchen. Do you hear me? Fantasize about it all. Dream about it all. And when I say dream about it, I mean taste it, hear it, smell it, all of that. Do it all. Do it all. Journal about it. Journal about it as if you're already doing it. Romanticize every goal, dream, aspiration that you have. And I guarantee you, you'll start to look at things differently. You will start to really see that the things that you want to do, you can do. You just have to figure out how to get there, because you have to put action into it. This spiritual journey is not about you praying all the time. Praying, let me explain something to y'all. This is a common misconception. Yes, that's truth seeker. Exactly. Common misconception in most religion is that you pray everything away or you pray everything to you. The law of attraction states that you can't just ask for it. What I tell y'all, closed mouths don't get fed, but closed hands don't get bread. Now, if you open your hands, you can receive the resources that the divine has for you to feed yourself. That is the whole point. Don't just pray about it. Yes, pray. Yes, talk to the ancestors, whomever you talk to. And as far as prayer is concerned, whomever you pray is a higher, being, whether it's spirit, whether you call it God, I don't care. Mother God, Father God, whatever. If you are praying, yes, pray. My right ear just popped twice. Yes, pray. But also put in due diligence. Put yourself in a position. Show spirit that you are working towards that, and it will manifest much quicker. All right, because you sitting there asking for it all day, that ain't the bee's knees. And I know somebody upset about that one right now, but that's real. It's not. It's not. You got to put action in there. You must incorporate action. You have to be what you want to see in order, until you manifest it into the 3D, and that's the reality. And that's some of y'all are already master manifestors. You don't just ask about it, you be about it until it comes in. You walk, talk, dress, smell, act like it, you have it already. And therefore it manifests a lot quicker, quickly. So with that being said, let's see what we all can heal from in this moment or in the next 7 days. Oh. The Seven Sisters. This is about creativity. What else? Somebody out there needs to be creative, or maybe at one point you used to be creative and your creativity is just not there. It's time for you to be creative again. Be creative in your thoughts as well. I'm hearing that because we were talking about manifesting and how to believe in that. Creativity is also a great way to heal. Painting, singing, dancing, I don't care what you do, create. All right, create, and it will help you heal a lot quicker. I'll let that slide. Brazen. You also need to heal this mentality of being humble. I know that sounds weird to somebody, because yeah, humble is a different thing. Essence, yes, I came at the right time. Yes, you did, Master Creator. Hello, Essence. Thank you for joining. Oh, and that one popped up, so that must be for you. This one for the collective, though. Let me say that, because this is something I actually talked to myself about today when I was telling y'all about that shadow work. Shame. Shame. we all have to release whatever shame. Don't be ashamed of your art. Don't be ashamed of the fact that you're brazen. And I'm gonna tell you something. Humble is a type of shame. If you do not believe me, please go look up, the etymology of the word humble actually means to belittle yourself in order to make others feel good. I'm just saying, don't shoot the messenger. Okay. So if that's in your vocabulary, think about that being in your vocabulary. And stop being shameful. Yeah. Like, let's be honest, it took a lot for me to get on camera today. First of all, I had been sick for a while. And, second of all, sometimes we deal with internal things that I don't mind talking to y'all about, because of course, this is the whole reason why we're here, to talk about healing and how can I support you in healing other than by being honest and truthful right here in this moment. Shame around not feeling good about ourselves, or feelings of you should be further along than what you are. I don't know why that came out that way, but I've definitely dealt with that in my past. Especially when I was, in my early 30s, mid 20s. I'm telling my age again. And shaming that too. See how spirit work? Right emotion, right emotion, right emotion. That came right on time. Yeah. So that was a live example. Not to have shame in your age. Giving and receiving. What is very interesting is that shame is card number 19, and then giving and receiving is 10, but we know 1 + 9 is what? 10. And 9s are endings and 10s are new beginnings, which we talked about in the beginning of this message tonight. But giving and receiving. Release people who do not bring you reciprocity. Release things and situations that, do not bring you reciprocity. Do we have any? Okay. I don't see no comments. I just want to make sure I ain't leaving nobody hanging. But, if you're not receiving reciprocity, let it go. Release that tonight under this super full moon energy, baby. Let that go. And reciprocity is something that I myself have struggled with in the past, because a lot of times we have people pleasing tendencies that come up from our childhood. And since we haven't really healed from them, we do whatever it takes to make other people very comfortable, even if it's at the expense of making ourselves uncomfortable. That's not the way that's supposed to work. And I can say I'm guilty of it as well. I recently was telling a very good friend of mine that I struggle with giving more than I received. And so in order to be abundant, giving and receiving has to be in an equal and constant state of flow, meaning you should be giving freely and receiving freely. Okay. Let's see what else we did. So that was card number 10, giving and receiving. I don't know if I showed that to y'all, but giving and receiving. Reciprocity is the name of that game. Okay. Now here's what's very interesting. We kept seeing 3s. Well, that's 33 and 31. And this is speak up and live out loud. Speaking up, brazen, live out loud, shame, all of this stuff go hand in hand. Creativity even. Release anything that tells you not to speak up on how you feel. And I don't know why I heard a workplace, but if there's something at your job that's bothering you, speak up. And just do it in a very well-mannered way. When you're talking about healing well and releasing well. You know what I'm saying? There's a way that you can speak up. You deserve to be heard. Release anything that is like a broken record in your mind telling you that you don't deserve to be heard. You can't be heard. Maybe as a child, somebody told you you shouldn't say something. I know I was told that as a child, and it affects me to this day, because there are still some things that I will not say. Especially, for example, there was a time when an older person really disrespected me blatantly, and because they were an elder, I felt like I shouldn't speak up about it. The devil is a lie. Speak up. Baby, we're going to speak up around here, okay? Unblock that throat chakra and speak up. You let them know. Let them know exactly how you feel. Live out loud. This is just like speak up. This is you being bold. This is you not being afraid of the power of your own voice. Release anything that keeps your voice weak and small, or got you feeling like you have to be on mute and pause every time for somebody, or feeling like even when you speak, you have to do it a certain way. Let me tell y'all something. I used to be really bad about how I delivered things to people when I was upset. And I used to feel bad about it, like I had shame about it, but I wouldn't let other people see that. So I wouldn't apologize. But after getting on my healing journey for many, many years, what I learned is that, number one, never be ashamed. However you delivered that message in that moment, it was meant for it to come out that way. That's that whole "it's not happening to me, it's happening for me" thing. Okay. However it came out, stop being shameful about it. It came out that way because it was meant to come out that way. If you cussed them out, it was meant for you to cuss them out. Release that shit and let it go. Okay. Heal from it. And then maybe the next time you will do it in a different way. But don't dwell on it and be hard on yourself because of the way you delivered the message. You stood up for yourself. You said what you had to say. I feel like there's somebody that might be going through that for sure. I'm going to check the comments real quick. You know what I'm saying? You don't let them play with you. Your name is not Atari. I don't know if anybody in here ever had an Atari, but I did. True Seeker, thank you for the love. Rika over there laughing at me. I'm just saying, speak up. Let them know. Yeah, y'all, if you follow me on TikTok, I had to let somebody know, and I spoke on it. Like, I get so tired of people telling me not to do certain things, or trying to belittle what I have to offer. And it happens to the best of us. All right. In this situation, it was a family member. And then I had to really speak up and tell somebody who was a friend of mine that, as your friend, I'm not here to like make you happy. I'm not here to sugarcoat shit. My name ain't Willy Wonka. What's gonna happen is I'm gonna tell you the truth, and your situation is ridiculous, baby. Leave it alone. I did. I had to speak up because we've been talking about this situation for 3 years, and I'm a healer. We can't hold on to this energy. You, at some point, I do have to give a little tough love and let you know to push forward. She didn't like that, and she hung up on me, y'all. She said she had to shower, and I guess she been showering for the last week because I ain't heard back from her. That was it. So, and I had to heal from the fact that, really, y'all, I was afraid to say something to her. Mind you, I said it's been going on for 3 years. But because I wasn't healed from the situation and how much I had taken on energetically trying to be a friend, I didn't realize that I wasn't telling her because I was afraid that if I did, I would upset her, which I did anyway. You just have to divine timing. It took 3 years, but it was divine timing. And now I'm at a point where I'm perfectly fine to tell those closest to me that I don't agree with something, or, you know, what they're doing. If I see that it's hurting them, that I will say that. Now, I ain't gonna force nobody. You can lead the horse to the water, but you can't make it drink. But I do have to vocalize that, because as a healer and a messenger, you got to deliver the message no matter how they take it. Okay? Yeah. It doesn't matter how they take the message. You just got to deliver it. Drop it off, let it go. I think I seen something. Hold on. Showing your age again, laugh out loud. And I is. And I am. Baby, I had the same problem. I ain't talked to my friend for about 2 months. Y'all, the struggle is real. And I'm going to tell y'all something. It's something about this full moon energy, because we've had 2 this month. And then I think in July there was some type of special full moon. I can't remember what it was. But yeah, friends just be dropping off the face of the earth sometimes. And that's a part of healing, y'all. You can't, it's not a you problem. Okay. And I'm not saying it's all on them. Maybe you did have something to do with it, but it was meant to happen that way. Deal with your emotions, feel what you feel. And when you're ready to release it or talk to that person, you will. Do not force it. Divine timing. Divine timing. Do not force it. Let's see. What else could we be healing in here? What other messages does the divine have for us? Awakening. Y'all, I love this card. It's card number 40. But we can see that this woman, Yemaya, who is an Orisha, an African goddess, is pregnant. She has mother energy. And full moons also give pregnancy energies as well. And not so much always, it doesn't have to be pregnant with a baby. We talk about spirituality here. You could be pregnant with an idea, and that's your baby. Okay? You can be pregnant with grief because you held that into your midsection for so long. You can be pregnant with a spiritual baby that want to come through. We don't know. But this card is about awakening. It's about releasing things and being ready for the next cycle of your awakened higher self. This is about connecting to your higher self, connecting to that divine feminine energy, and balancing out and grounding yourself for sure. As you can see, this woman is in water. She's grounding herself. Very much grounding energy, for sure. So you really just got to get to a place where you can have this awakening. For some of y'all already going through this awakening. So this is just confirmation. This entire thing is just confirmation about how you've been healing this. A-okay. You doing a good job. Bitch, you doing a good job. Yeah. I ain't sorry for the cussing either, y'all. I'm not. I need to stop saying sorry for that too, because it's just a part of who I am. You know what I'm saying? I think cussing good for your soul sometimes. If you don't cuss, try it. Try it. Try it. I grew up being told you can't do that. But the older my grandmother got, the looser her lips got too. And she really, until the day she passed away, she was gonna be who she was. Alchemy. So alchemy is about manifestation. You can alchemize things. That's what you've been doing. That's what we said. So this is just another confirmation. More confirmation that you were just in a place of manifesting, and that's why your healing is so important right now. You got to heal in order to manifest a little bit quicker and a little bit stronger. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes we manifest, you ever manifest something and you get what you want, but not exactly what you want? That's likely because there's somewhere you need to heal. And once you heal, then you're going to manifest something even better. But that also comes with the cycle of releasing the old and bringing in the new, right? So you got to be mindful of that. You got to be mindful of that. Let's see. Let's see if we can get, oh, I was going to say one more. Level up. Level up. So it's that time. You see, she got a sword in her hand. She ready. She's not going to war, though. This woman is too immaculately dressed to be going to war, baby. She's just ready to level up. She's going to cut through the crap, get to the healing so that she can level up. Somebody's definitely leveling up. It's a lot of queen and goddess energy. Like Queen Yaya Asantewaa, Queen Nefertiti. And there's lots of goddess energy here with Yemaya. I've heard people call her Yemaya, but Yemaya. And Mott. I mean, it don't get no, I mean, it's doubles. 2 goddesses and 2 queens here. So definitely a level up in energy. You got card number 38 and card number 39. Definitely a level up. Somebody about to take another step. Somebody's taking another step, y'all. And I'm excited for that because I feel like we all need another step. We do. It's time. Somebody been feeling real stuck and stagnant. And it's time for you to show up for yourself. Show up for yourself like you do for everybody else. And that's a part of healing, is choosing yourself. And choosing yourself can be painful because, of course, you don't want to leave behind the people that you care about, or you're not always ready to release people, even if they do you wrong. Sometimes you're just not ready. And that's why you see people try 3, 4, 5, 6. I done been down that road 7, 8, 9 times with somebody, whether it's a friend or a lover or whomever. You will try repeatedly until divine timing says, you You're ready until divine timing says, I am ready to move on. I've had enough. So if you are in a release, ooh, my nose is itching. If you are in a release tonight, if you are in the energy of releasing something, release that shit. Release it. Let it go. Release it. Oh, I just seen Rika. Yes, right? Truth Seeker. Thank you, Truth Seeker, for all the love. You always showing love. I believe you be working during this time because you be quiet most of the time. But I noticed when we have Friday Night Live, when you in the building, you be quite vocal. So I'm going to assume that you probably working. Radical rebirth. There we go. That's another type of leveling up. That's another type of leveling up. And this woman is definitely giving more queen energy. You see the halo around her head, goddess energy? This is leveling up. And radical rebirth is just about recreating yourself. It's time. It's time to be the you that you always wanted to be. And the only way to get there is you can't go around it. You can't go underneath it. You can't jump over it. You have to go through healing. You can't jump over healing. Can't go around healing. You can't climb over top of it. You got to go through it. So somebody has been going through their healing and is already ready for this radical rebirth. All you need to do is go ahead and whatever you can release tonight, release that under this super full moon energy for sure. Release that for sure because it's time. Oh, this is good. It's not a whole lot of sappy in here. It's definitely a lot of empowerment. So Spirit wants to empower you to release some stuff. Spirit wants you to know that Spirit got your back. You know what I'm saying? Your ancestors, whomever, they all have your back. They ready for you to take this level up, take this next step. And I think you're ready too. I think you've been ready. Celestial alignment. There we go. What I say, you, your ancestors, everybody. This is you being in direct alignment with all of your ancestors, your benevolent ancestors, everybody in your bloodline, every spirit, the universe, totem animals. I don't give it, all of them. All of them. You got all of them. And they're all in alignment, ready to support you through this radical rebirth to be the person that you desire to be. Because what you desire, baby, it desires you. What you desire, it desires you. Yeah. I don't know why I heard precious is the lamb when I looked at this picture. I don't know if that's a lamb. Somebody tell me. I think it's a lamb. That's a lamb. But I heard holy is the lamb, the precious lamb of God. That's you. Yeah. Just know that you're highly protected, divinely protected. Yes, you are. You are definitely protected. And if you are in the line of fire for this storm that's coming, you're protected from that too. Maybe you've been seeing 11:11 on the clock. Pleasure is something that people struggle with, especially certain marginalized groups of people. Let me say that. You deserve pleasure. And I'm talking about pleasure in every sense of the word, like joy, fulfillment, significant other pleasure, if you know what I mean. You deserve all that. So if you're not getting exactly what you want, release the old and welcome in the new, because it is here. It's knocking on the door just for you. Definitely knocking on the door for you. What else? My face is getting warm. I don't know. If somebody upset you, let them go too. Let them go too, because you ain't got time. This level up coming in. You do not have time. Spirit is ready for you to be in an energy, like high vibrational energy. If there's somebody around you that's been keeping you in a low vibrational energy, always complaining, nagging. Ooh, did I have a hiccup? Yeah. Whoever that naggy person is in your life, get rid of them. That energy, let them stew in their own by themselves. Yeah. That whoever the person is with the naggy energy, always being a Debbie Downer. I might be talking to myself. And as soon as I said that, y'all, card number 35, intuition. That message might have been for me. Card number 35, intuition. let that person go. If your intuition is telling you to release something or someone, do it. Let it go. Let it go. Don't hold on to it. Just let it go. Just let it go. You have to be in a space where you are happy to let things go. Happy to let things go because you excited for the new. That's all you gotta do is be excited for the new. And I think if you did that, then you would feel like you're living, and that's important. You know what I'm saying? It's important to feel like you are living. Release the bullshit. Release the bull crap. Don't let them people play with you. You are not a toy. You deserve to be protected. You deserve to be respected. You deserve to be loved. All of that. I just seen a comment. Rika, I'm releasing this toxic job I'm at. That part too. Rika, you're not by yourself. You're not by yourself on that. Cause I have been in that same boat. I now have a golden rule. I probably won't stay no more than 2 years. Yeah. Care who you is. Because one thing I have learned, especially in the corporate world, is that you are just an employee, a number. Look out for yourself. Put yourself first, and that's a part of healing for sure. Put yourself first. If your intuition telling you to get on from that job, get on before spirit have to help you get on. That happened to me last year. I got laid off because spirit kept telling me it's time to look for something else, and I'm like, I'm so comfortable here. I'm good. I'm happy with the money I made. And spirit was like, it's more out there for you. Well, you know what? We gon' now they let me go and it was okay. Everything was all right. But I was hurt, y'all, because I really liked that job. But it was time for me to go. And divine timing was on my behind. So if you feel the itch to let it go ahead and let it go. Go ahead and let it go. I need to have that rule. I'm telling you, always keep your resume tightened up and always be applying. Even if you're not really looking to apply anyway, you never know what'll come your way. I'm telling you. You never know what will come your way. I've had some amazing opportunities because I just said, you know what, I can't take it no more. And I stepped out. I stepped out on faith. It's important for you to just step out there and do what you got to do for you. Definitely for you. I've seen another comment. For sure. Right, true seeker. I mean, you just have to be in a space where you're really willing to move forward. To move forward. All right, y'all. It is 10:10 on my clock on the dot. So I'm going to pause there because that is confirmation enough for me. We're going to end the night with a synchronicity of 10:10. You know what you got to release. You know what you need to move forward and do tonight. Also, if you have crystals, don't forget to put those in a windowsill and recharge those overnight because we have that super full moon, great energy for recharging your crystals as well. And with that being said, I just want y'all to know that I appreciate y'all for joining me tonight for the Healing Well Wednesdays. And I hope to see y'all on Friday for free card pull night. Y'all know how we do. And I will be dropping this week sign readings for the first half of September, because September is just a day or two away, right? So I'm going to go ahead and drop those. And yeah, what did I just drop? Something hit my floor. 1 second. What is that? All right. I don't know, y'all. I can't see it, but I know it hit my toe. I know it hit my toe. I ain't like that. So I had to look down there. Oh, it's the top to my soda. Okay. All right. I'll get it. But with that being said, yes, I do. I wish all of y'all love, light, healing. And yes, healing will be uncomfortable and it will hurt sometimes. But if you need me, call me. No matter where you are, no matter how far. That's that's what I heard in my head, y'all. So we can say good night, see you Friday. Good night, see you Friday, love bug. Oh, you are welcome, Truth Seeker. I appreciate all of y'all for joining tonight. Love, light, namaste, and ashe. I hope y'all have a great rest of your week. And yeah, I will see y'all live on Friday night. Good night.